We're just trying to pressure. They play similar to Louisville, a lot of the same stuff. But what's good about it, they shot 30% at half and like 15, 16, 70%, 17% from the three. And we're only up 10 because we missed every shot. We took bad shots, but we missed some. That happens. Can you just stay locked in and making sure you're not now missing a shot or turning it over and then breaking down on defense? That kills your team. Just whatever happens, move on. There's no one on this team where you say, well, he's coming out when he makes mistakes. No, unless you don't dive on the floor, you don't run back or something like that. But missed shots, it's like DJ. I was so happy for DJ. Missed every shot to start the game. No, I'm not saying like every other shot. Every shot. But he kept shooting. He kept shooting. And I told him at halftime, that shows that the battle you have with yourself, it ain't a battle with me. I'm not taking guys out when they miss. But it's, now, what if there's 4 minutes in a game and he's missed 3 in a row? Probably take him out. But it has nothing, it's the game, not him or anybody else. So I'm just trying to tell them the battles they have. You want to play better? Do all the easy things. Go really hard, like sprint the floor. Don't let a kid outrun you and seal you and then you foul. Well, that's easy. Just outrun them. That's an easy thing. How about you offensive rebound attempt so the shot goes up and you don't accept being blocked out? That's not skill. How about you dive on the floor and you get the ball? You grab it with 2 hands. You're not worried about getting hit. That stuff is easy because it takes no skill. But it's hard. How about rebounding in traffic? How about blocking out to keep us, your man's not running in there? That's easy. You don't take skill. Well, then do that stuff, and then you miss a couple shots, it doesn't faze you. But you get the guy running by, dunking on you. You go for a ball, he grabs it, throws it ahead. You miss 2 shots, and then you don't block out. Or now you're, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to get guys to say, look, keep playing, play. The way we're playing, you should have fun. Now, the only reason you don't have fun is because you got so much on your head. You're just so much on your shoulders, the weight of the world. You can't play basketball that way. You can't. You're not worried about it. Just go.
And you mentioned it a little bit there, but you guys started the second half on a 22-6 extended run. Was it just a matter of hitting more shots, or was there anything you guys did differently coming out of halftime to get better looks or anything like that?
We just, against their zone, like they hadn't played 1 possession of zone. But we said, what does that mean? They're probably going to play some zone today. And they did. And it was a little bit of a funky zone, so it took us a minute to figure out. And then DJ got corners, and then we knew where we could attack it a little bit. But Carter made shots. DJ made shots. Made a couple breakouts, and put more. When you're making shots, it even puts more pressure on their offense. And then our defense becomes smothering because it's more basket, stop, rebound, throw ahead, dunk. Now when you pressure, the importance of that possession for that other team becomes off the charts. And now our defense is even better.
Acuff with 8 assists tonight, back-to-back games, now close to double-double. 18 in the last 2 games. Is he giving you a better balance of facilitating setup and his scoring?
Yeah, I think he's doing terrific. And today, where he tried to force some shots against, like he just didn't see it. Today on a drive, Carter says, 1 more. He was going to try to shoot it. When he heard it, he just got rid of it. He reacted to it. Carter makes a 3. You know, but it was, like I said, I'm looking at us right now saying, you know what? I got a pretty good team. I've said it from day one. I got a pretty good team. We just got different things we're going to have to do to make this what it needs to be. Some of it's me trying to figure out stuff. Other stuff is the first battle you have is not with the opponent. It's not with the coach. It's with yourself. That's the first battle. And overcoming that, playing after you miss a shot or two, you can still play. It doesn't affect you. We're dealing, again, these are the greatest kids, and I'll say it again. Isaiah, I want to find more time for him, okay? What does that mean, though, you basketball bennies? If he gets more time.
Someone else isn't?
Good. So someone else gets less time. He gets more time, someone gets less time. Or I can go to the NCAA and see if they can add 5 minutes to the game. Maybe they'll add 5 minutes and we'll be fine. So, but I'm in practice with Isaiah every day. I got to get him more locked into practice, more focused, so we're all confident putting him in. Like, he's got to build my confidence in him by how he performs in practice. The team loves him. The team absolutely respects him. And they were happy for him. For him, it's a great team to play on because they respect him, they like him, and they really think he can play.
Follow-up, back-to-back wins with big crowds, and now you've got Texas Tech, I guess the rematch in a week to get prepared. Is your team where you would like it to be now getting into December with more of these big matchups coming up?
Well, it was the game at home where our fans and came early and all that arena, what it was and how it helped us get over the hump. That was a big thing for the players mentally because, yes, we could have beat Michigan State. It was a point with, 2 minutes to go or less? We were up 4 with how much time left against Duke? Or 3, whatever it was. I mean, we could have beaten them. But you got to beat somebody for your own psyche. And that's why winning that game was good. Now, we got tough games coming up. You know, we got Bang. They're coming back to back. But I said the best thing that's happened to us is play this kind of schedule. If your team is good, throw the gauntlet, learn. You're playing for the end of the year anyway. My teams always play for March. That's the whole ball of wax. That's what we play for.
Have you talked to Billy at all on what happened?
I said, Billy, come on. I said, I was just happy they didn't throw him out for the next game. I said, I was upset because there's a lot of holding, shoving and stuff, and I knew it could get chippy, and I didn't want anybody to get hurt. That's what the score was 30. What would I care? Well, I don't want someone to get hurt. If it gets rough like that, call it, because, these guys they got pride. You hold them and they're going to shove you and all that kind of stuff, so.
Yeah, what does it do for the team when Carter's able to hit a few?
Can't hear you.
What does it do for the team when Carter's able to hit the threes like he does and the well-roundedness?
No, it's good for Carter. Like, we got to get more from him defensively, more from him rebounding, coming up with loose balls, and then offensively doing the stuff you're capable of doing. Late in the game, he wants it forced to that right hand, but everybody analytically knows 90% of the time he's trying to go right. We're in practice, what we're telling him? You're not going right one time. You're going left. Don't care if you turn it over, miss the shot. You got to figure it out. And so, but like I said, he and I have talked. I just said, look, I'm doing everything I can, but I can't do it for you. He's playing good. I want him to be great. I want him to be the best offensive rebounder we have because he runs. I want him to fly up and down the floor so he can finish. I want him, when he's open, shoot balls. I'm not telling you not to shoot. But again, he's playing good. I just want him to be great.
You always talk about coming to these North Little Rock and doing these games, and we just had a chance to talk to Carter, and he said, you know what? Better crowd than last year, and it kind of felt like Bud Walton Arena. I mean, what does that do for the team to come over here and see this crowd?
No, it was big for this game, but let me just say this. This is the state's capital. We're the state's basketball team. We need to be playing here. Last night I was in North Little Rock, and then I did a function at the museum for our people. Then I went to the governor's mansion and she had a Christmas dinner, and I got to see the first gentleman and her, and we spent time, and we got a little thing she and I are going to do together, which is kind of neat. But she being able to do all that, I just want us to make sure we're giving back to this state. Everywhere I've been, it's not just been about basketball. It's not just been about the name on the front. It's about the name on the back. It's about the community you live in. It's about the state where you live. Are you helping? Are you giving back? Are you teaching your players that? Or is it all about winning and losing? Is it life or death? And if it's death or life, you die a lot. Now you die. They look at you and they say, geez, you look like you're dying. Because you're not making it about what this should be about, the kids. It should be about them and what you're teaching and what you're trying to do. But being here, that's why we did it, and that's why we'll continue to do it. And JJ, I think, is okay. I think you all saw, I talked to his dad today. Tried to get a hold of him last night. I talked to his little brother, but talked to his dad today.
Coach, just how important is it, people look at the schedule, they might have skimmed over a game like this, a smaller game compared to the quote-unquote bigger opponents that you play on your schedule. How important was this one today to beat one of those smaller teams?
Yeah, they was 6-3 and beat people. And if I can get the game in Bud Walton, like the Louisville game, like next year's Michigan State game, I got to do that for the university and for our own town. So to bring a game here, unless they're going to give me we're coming here to play, it's a hard one, because then they'll want me to go back to their court, home court, and I got to play in off of our court. So. Yeah, I don't know who the opponent is every year, but I know we have tough games, and we'll continue to, put somebody in here that's going to be an enjoyable game to watch. But here's my other thing. This should be about our program. They should be. That's why I said when our fans were saying overrated, I said, stop it. Don't worry about the other team. When you root for a team to lose, your own team loses. So instead of doing that, turn the TV off. Go watch History Channel. Go do something else. You can go hit the score the next day and you can smile, but you don't root against another team. When they come in, you don't even need to boo them. You don't. You just cheer your team, be there. So coming to this game was not for the opponent, it was for us. It was for them. It was, that's... I just think that the things that go on here in our state, we got to take great pride in how we do things, how classy everything is. And then we got to get out in the state like we do.
Yeah, Coach, you talked about limiting Fresno State from 3. You also forced 17 turnovers. Does it feel like your guys are making more strides at the defensive end as we get closer to conference play?
We still, here's the thing. Now, you noticed that I worked all week on the corner not stepping out of bounds. You could tell. But I'm going to say to you again, these games coming up, they'll probably be decided by 3 possessions. You step out of bounds. You try to make the hardest play. You look and DJ's open and you look away and throw it into the seats. Why would you do that? How about this thought? Throw it right to him. So 3 possessions. We got to just keep coaching. The guys that I sat down and did film with the last game played their best games. And I sat down and went over, here are the other things you could have done to make the game even better for yourself and for us. So, last one.
Looking around at scores of college basketball, I don't know if but Michigan State, Duke, close one today. Louisville bounces back against a ranked Indiana team. Kentucky throttle against a ranked Gonzaga team. Any thoughts about any of the landscape?
Somebody told me Purdue lost today. Where at?
At home.
At home. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, there are a lot of older gentlemen with beards playing basketball in college right now. There are. So the one that's crazy is the guy comes in and he's waving to his kids up in the seats. And you're like, wait a minute, the guy got 2 kids. He's still playing college basketball. Crazy thing, he's using NIL for his first wife's alimony. And now he's still playing college basketball. Are we nuts? So now you have these kind of games and these kind of scores. That team is really old. My guess is, again, we're probably the youngest team in the SEC. We'll be one of the 3 youngest teams in the SEC. Those teams are old. Last year, every team was old in our league. They were old. And so now you're going to have those kind of things. And you're also going to have a team like a Fresno beat somebody because they got all grad students, seniors, and their average age is 25. And your average age is 19 or 20. It's 5 years. And it's not just physically. It's mentally, being through wars. So until we fix the eligibility thing, this is what it is. And one game in the NCAA tournament now, been that way for a while, where before it wasn't that way. You get up 10 on somebody, 15 in the NCAA, it was over. Now, 20 points, and you're like, oh, man, I hope we can hold on. Thanks.